Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to day 19 of We Rise Embracing Prosperity. Not much that I need to say today that's any different. So, what will make the experience more meaningful for you is your perspective, your orientation. What is it that you are here to do, to see, to touch, to feel, to offer, and to receive? So give yourself a moment to consider, touch back in with maybe an ongoing intention or something that perhaps feels new today. And then when you're ready, you can light your candle. And as you shift into the practice of gazing, really feel into this personalized intention around your practice. Why are you really here? Feel free to continue to gaze, or you can close the eyes or in any way you wish. Prepare for our collective sankalpa and prayers. I resolve to meditate. May this meditation practice infuse my mind with clarity and stability, and my heart with purity, love, and compassion. May the forces of creation, the sages of the tradition, and the enlightened masters who always seek out those stranded on the path witness my resolution and shower their blessings for a successful meditation. Gururu Brahma, Gururu Vishnu, Gururu Devo
Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Punaktu Sahaviryam Karavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishawahai Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shiva Shaktya Yuktu Yadi Bhavati Shaktaha Prabhavitum Nache Devam Devo Nakalu Kushala Spanditumapi Atastvamaratyam Harihara Virincha Divirapi Pranantum Stotum Va Katamakrita Punyaha Prabhavati Sudasindormadye Suravita Pivati Parivrite Mani Dvipe Nipo Pavanavati Chinta Mani Grihe Shivakare Banche Paramashiva Paryanka Nilayam Vajanti Tvam Danya Katichana Chedananda Lahari Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Na Prachodayat Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Na Prachodayat Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yo Na Prachodayat Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityur Mukshiyamamritat Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityur Mukshiyamamritat ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनं मृत्युर्मुक्ष्याममृतात् ॐ अनुपद्राः कृतावयं तु विश्वतो तप्तासु अपरितास उत्पितः देवानो यथा सरमिद्वृते असन्नप्रायवो रक्षितारो दिवे दिवे ॐ अनुपद्राः कृतावयं तु विश्वतो तप्तासु अपरितास उत्पितः देवानो यथा सरमिद्वृते असन्नप्रायवो रक्षितारो दिवे दिवे ॐ अनुपद्राः कृतावयं तु विश्वतो तप्तासु अपरितास उत्पितः देवानो यथा सरमिद्वृते असन्नप्रायवो रक्षितारो दिवे दिवे शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः
Settle into your seat, cultivating steadiness and ease. Draw awareness into the space of the belly, and once again, recall your reason for being here. Draw awareness to the space of the nostrils, and remember why you're here. And to Agya Chakra. And acknowledge that your reason for being here is met by the divine intention. To fulfill that desire. Let's further prepare with Narishodhana. Create Vishnu Mudra and inhale through both nostrils. Exhale right. In left. Out right. In left. Out right. Inhale left. Exhale both nostrils. Rest the hand. Truly effortless breath through both nostrils evenly. Vishnu Mudra. Inhale both nostrils. Exhale left. In right. Out left. In right. Out left. In right. Out both nostrils, releasing. Effortless breath through both nostrils evenly. Collect and concentrate awareness and pranashakti, met by definitive sense of self-presence at Agya Chakra. Perhaps there is an experience of delight, maybe even profound relief at this reunion with the space of Agya Chakra. Beckoning the mind to return home to explore the wealth of the body. Aharana, breath by breath, forehead center. Eyebrow center. Eye, nostrils, throat center, shoulders, upper arms, elbows, wrists, palms, Fingertips, two breaths. Palms, wrists, elbows, upper arms, shoulders, throat center, heart center, sternum, navel center, pelvic center, perineum, two breaths, pelvic center, navel center, sternum, heart center, throat center, nostrils, eyes, eyebrow center, Forehead center. Agya chakra. Preparing for Samikarana. 3 breaths at the crown center. The next inhale once again ascends beyond crown. Exhale descends through the space of the body, finding its most natural path through each sacred center, reaching perineum without pause. With inhale, ascend. Continue with these effortless, intuitive oscillations. Descending with exhale, ascending with inhale. Facilitating balance, integration, harmony. The next inhale once again ascends beyond crown, preparing for the main body of Vishoka meditation, stage 1. Exhale descends through crown, Agya chakra, eyebrow center, inner corners of the eyes and nostrils, flowing effortlessly out to 0 point, and again without pause. Inhale ascends from 0 point, returning through the nostrils, inner corners of the eyes and eyebrow center to Agya chakra. Continue with these effortless, intuitive oscillations, prana, awareness, and self. With a heightened sensitivity in the nostrils, inner corners of the eyes, Eyebrow center. Agya chakra. Remain at Agya chakra. And there is an invitation to continue to remain at Agya chakra. This is enough. If you feel prepared and delighted to invite more to the experience, draw awareness a little more deeply within the space of the head, toward the Talu chakra, just above the soft portion of the palate. And begin to invoke a clear experience of your own innate luminosity. Perhaps with a subtle application of ujjayi, perhaps purely with the power of intention. Adding this radiance, this luminosity to the current experience at Agya Chakra. Apply Divyakarana Mudra, tip of the tongue resting lightly behind the upper teeth, helping to direct this concentration upon a Shakti Jyotishmati, pure awareness and self upward. With inhale, this ball of light and Shakti ascends to the upper ridge of Agya Chakra. And with exhale, effortlessly releases to the center of Agya. Inhale, and it ascends, upper ridge of Agya Chakra, the doorway to the sun. And exhale, descends. Let this be simple, effortless effort. 2 or 3 more breaths. Now a little further up, from the doorway to the sun, to the lower ridge of Sahasrara Chakra, the doorway to the moon. Exhale releases back to the doorway to the sun. Subtle rise and fall of Jyotishmati, Pranashakti, awareness and self. With the next inhale, once again ascend to the moon and remain. Enjoy a few breaths here, resting awareness and all of its accoutrement at the doorway to the moon, opening up to and inviting in one additional element, pranava, through the primordial sound of Om. And finally, bring all of this with an emphasis on pranava back down to Agya Chakra. Exhale to descend. Inhale, return to the doorway to the moon, dipping back in to that eternal fountain of freshness. Exhale, descend. Agya Chakra. One or two more times and then remain at Agya Chakra. The quality of presence now, alive with the hum of pranava, illumined with the radiance of Jyotishmati, vibrant with Pranashakti, the pure concentrated awareness, and a defined sense of self. If it feels natural and effortless, welcome the mantra. Refine concentration at Agya Chakra. Once again, remember why you're here. Allow the concentration to expand, to become more welcoming, more capable of embracing all of the beauty, the riches, the goodness of life, both in the internal and external realms. Dakshinamurtaye tubhyam Vatavriksha nivasane Dhyanayika niratan gaya Namo Rudraya Shambhave Om Hiranyavarnam Haranim Suvarna Rajatasrajam Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jatavido Ma'avaha Tama Avaha Jatavido Lakshmi Manapagamanim Yasyam Hiranyam Vindeyam Gamashwan Purushan Aham Ashvapurvam Rattamadyam Hastinata Prabodhinim Shreyam Devi Mupahwaye Shreyarma Devi Chushatam Tam Susmitam Hiranya Prakaram Ardram Jvalantim Triptam Tarpayantim Padme Stitam Padmavarnam Tamiyo Pavaye Shriyam Chandram Prabhasam Yashasadavantim Shriyam Loke Deva Drishtam Udaram Tvam Padmanim Im Sharanam Prapadye Alakshmir Me Nashatam Tvam Vrinomi Adityavarne Tapasodi Jato Vanaspatistava Vrikshota Pilvaha Tasya Palani Tapasanudantu Yantara Yaschabahya Alakshmihi Upayatamam Deva Sakaha Kirtischam Manina Saha Pradurbhutosmi Rastrismin Kirtim Ritim Dadatu Me Tripipasam Alamjishtam Alakshmi Nashiyam Yaham Mabutim Masamritin Cha Sarvanunita Megrihat Gandhatwaram Tradarsham Nitipushtam Karishini Mishwarim Sarvabhutanam Tamiyo Pavayeshriyam Manasaha Kamamakutim Vachaha Satyamashima Pashunam Rupamanasya Mayi Shrihi Shrayatam Yashaha Kardamina Prajabhuta Mayi Sambhava Kardamashriyam Vasaya Mekule Mataram Padmamalinim Apahashritam tu snigdani chiklita vasame grihe nityadevi mataram shriyam vasayame kule Ardram pushkaranim pushtim pingalam padmamalanim Chandram hiranmayim lakshmim jatavido ma'avaha Ardram yachranim yashtim suvarnam hemamalanim Suryam hiranmayim lakshmim jatavido ma'avaha Tama avaha jatavido lakshmi manapakamanim Yasyam hiranyam prabhutam gavota shushram Vindeham Purushan Aham Hiranyavarnam Haranim Suvarna Rajatas Rajam Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jatavido Ma'avaha Tama Avaha Jatavido Lakshmi Manapagamanim Yasyam Hiranyam Vindeyam Gamashwan Purushan Aham Ashvapurvam Ratamadyam Hastinata Prabodhinim Shriyam Devi Mupahwaye Shriyarma Devi Jushatam Tam Susmitam Hiranya Prakaram Ardram Jvalantim Triptam Tarpayantim Padme Stitam Padmavarnam Tamiyo Pavaye Shriyam Chandram Prabhasam Yashasajavalantim Shriyam Loke Deva Drishtam Udaram Tam Padmanim Im Sharanam Prapadye Alakshmirme Nashitam Tvam Prinami Adityavarne Tapasodi Jato Vanaspatistava Vrikshota Bilvaha Tasya Palani Tapasanudantu Yantara Yaschabahya Alakshmihi Upayatmam Deva Sakaha Kirtishcham Manina Saha Pradurbhutosmi Rastresmin Kirtin Ritin Dadatu Me Kritpipasam Alamjishtam Alakshmim Nashiyam Yaham Mabutim Masamritin Cha Sarvanyunuta Megrihat Gandhatwaram Tradarsham Nitipushtam Karishini Mishwarim Sarvabhutanam Tamiyo Pavayeshuyam
Manasaha kamamakuntim vachaha sakyamashimah pashunam rupamannasya Shri Shayatam Yashaha Kardamena Prajabhutamai Sambhava Kardamashriyam Vasayame Kule Mataram Padmamalanim Apahashritam Tusniktani Chaklita Vasamegrihe Nityadevi Mataram Shriyam Vasayame Kule Ardram Pushkaranim Pushtim Pingalam Padmamalanim Chandram Hiranayim Lakshmim Jataviruma Avaha Ardram Yaharanim Yashtim Suvarnam Hemamalanim Suryam Hiranayim Lakshmim Jatavido Ma Avaha Tama Avaha Jatavido Lakshmi Manapagamanim Yasyam Hiranyam Prabhutam Gauta Shushwam Vindeham Purusham Aham Hiranyavaranam Haranim Suvarna Rajatasrajam Chandram Hiranayim Lakshmim Jatavido Ma Avaha Tama Avaha Jatavido Lakshmim Anupagamanim Yasyam Hiranyam Vindeyam Gamashwan Purusham Aham Ashvapurvam Ratamatyam Hastinata Prabodhinim Shriyam Devi Mupahvaye Shrirma Devi Chishatam Kam Susmitam Hiranya Prakaram Ardram Jvantim Triptam Tarpayantim Padme Stitam Padmavarnam Tamiyopali Shriyam Chandram Prabhasam Yashasadavantim Shriyam Nukedeva Jushtam Udaram Tam Padminim Im Sharanam Prapadye Alakshmirame Nashatam Tvam Prinomi Aditivani Tapasuri Dato Vanuspatistava Vrikshota Gilvaha Tasya Palani Tapasanudantu Yantara Yashchabahya Alakshmihi Payatumam Deva Sakaha Kirtishcha Manina Saha Pradurbhutosmi Rasrismin Kirtin Ritin Dadatume Tripipasam Alam Jishtam Alakshmim Nashiyam Yaham Mabutim Masamritin Cha Sarvanuda Megrihat Gandhatwaram Tradasham Nitipushtam Karishini Mishwarim Sarvabhutanam Tamiyopavai Shriyam Manasaha Kamamakutim Vachaha Satyamashimah Pashunam Rupamannasya Shri Shayatam Yashaha Kardamena Prajabhutamai Sambhava Kardamashriyam Vasayame Kule Mataram Padmamalanim Apahashitantu Sniktani Chiklita Vasamegrihe Nityadevi Mataram Shriyam Vasayame Kule Ardram Pushkaranim Pushtim Pingalam Padmamalanim Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jatavedo Ma Avaha Ardram Yaharanim Yashtim Suvarnam Hemamalanim Suryam Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jatavedo Ma Avaha Tama Avaha Jatavedo Lakshmi Manatagamanim Nisyam Hiranyam Prabhutam Gavuta Shushwam Vindeham Purushan Aham Yaha Suchahi Prayato Bhutva Juhu Yad Adja Advaham Shriyaha Panchadashar Chanchaha Shri Kamaha Satatam Japet Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Relinquish any final vestiges of effort. Become as soft and spacious and open as you can possibly become. Once again, recall and re-articulate your personal intention, your reason for engaging with this meditation. And then begin to reorient to the physical breath. Explore some yummy movement. Bring the hands together at the heart and bow the head.
due to the current quality of the building blocks of my body, senses, and mind, or due to habits or strong impressions of the past. I may not have attended my meditation in as deep and pristine a manner as my inner being intended. And yet I pray to the forces governing both my inner and outer worlds to accept the fruits of my practice as a pure and unblemished offering. Rub the palms together. Place the palms over the eyes or anywhere else you are inclined and enjoy another breath or two. Let the eyes begin to flutter open and transition back to the outside world. Then reach for your journal, and the first thing to write down would be that personal intention, that reason for being here. What gets you to click into the Zoom meeting each day beyond seeing one another's beautiful faces? Why do you keep coming back, even in the face of frustration at times, perhaps a sense of stagnation? What keeps you coming back? It's the promise, the hope, desire, the intent. Feel free to keep responding to that or move on to the next question. What words of encouragement does your innermost self have for the part of you that might be frustrated, stagnant, doubtful? What words of encouragement does your innermost being have for the part of you that is still impacted by suffering? And then finally, based on your own direct experience of meditation thus,
what words of encouragement do you have for any who might just be starting out on the path or who simply haven't come quite as far as you have? Any who might be stranded on the path? What words of encouragement might you have for them? What blessings might you shower upon them? Feel free to keep writing, or if you feel like you'd like to share or ask any questions, we can transition into that part. Did anyone have a clear intention pop up for your reason for meditating? Mine came through very simply. Go ahead, Steph.
Go ahead. I'd like to hear yours.
Mine was very simple and succinct. Empty me out and fill me up.
That's beautiful.
And it worked. Every time I came back to that, it was just this softening and a release of anything that might have been overcomplicating it or distracting from the experience. It was just an empty me out and fill me up. Effective. Go ahead, Steph.
Well, mine was just more of like, well, duh, like this is the closest I can come to pure being. And this is just home in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, there's the hope of the experience to become deeper still and to last longer. So, yeah.
Yeah. To what end?
Returning to source.
And just being able to enjoy that for an even longer period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Becoming
And
more and more
taking,
established.
yeah, and taking that with me throughout the day, no matter what is going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. Otto, anything coming through for you?
Yeah, yes. But to eradicate all suffering and embrace abundance and prosperity in order to teach and touch others as profoundly as I have been by this tradition. And it came more as soon as Steph went, duh, it came for me as well in a sense of when I say like eradicate suffering is more like my mind, like just putting obstacles purposefully because it's just been accustomed to do that. And sitting here and creating that space and that emptiness allows to actually listen and to feel. And to me, it's especially now that I've been coming out of everything, teaching and the expectation of that and the idea I had created, and it's just been eradicated. And I think it's been completely eradicated through my body and it's been like washed out. It's like, nope, that is not you anymore. And it's giving space to this softness that I've never had. So for me, it's like also being held by and being nurtured by the presence of the divine.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
And I just really hope I can in somehow help others to find their way too. And I'm surrounded by so many people that I see that are suffering, but they're playing the same role that I've played many times and pretending, and I can so notice.
Yeah, you will. You will. For now, I think all you really need to focus on is continuing on your path, and then it will become unavoidable that you will positively impact other people's lives.
And it's
So,
I think it's also staying with the frustration of being patient, and of just saying it takes time. Trust the process.
mhm,
One thing I've been repeating myself is like showing up as an act of self-love and trust the process and just surrender. No mind tricks.
mhm, mhm. Yeah, yeah. There is this inclination to want to jump to step 10 when you're still on step point 5.
But then I don't like there is a side that does, but then the other side is terrified because it knows that it's not even minimally there yet. So that humility then comes in and it's like, actually, no,
Mhm. And it's
so
finding that balance of humility and confidence. But the confidence is not necessarily in your mind and your, that part of yourself. The confidence is in the efficacy of the technique and the truth of the philosophy. And you build that confidence over time as you engage with it with continuity. Then that confidence builds, and the confidence is in the technique and the philosophy and the efficacy that the technique has in allowing you to become an embodiment of the philosophy. And the confidence is in those things. And the confidence develops as you become more effortlessly adept at being a living example of those things. So it's not the kind of confidence that we spend so much time nurturing in like the external world of society. It's very different. Um, and it's a confidence and a trust in who you really are as an expression. And there's nothing that you have to put on. It's a coming home. It's a stripping away of all of those extra layers of things that make you feel like you're, good enough for the external world. None of that actually matters.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. That's when I feel that so much right now. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's profound.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So all you have to do is, like you said, just keep showing up, keep doing your practice, let it work on you. And then you will develop the trust that is real and undeniable. And then you just share from that place. And there is no doubt because you are a living example. And that takes time. Yeah. And you're on the accelerated path. You're on the accelerated path and you're showing up. So you're doing all that's being asked of you. You are doing all that is being asked of you. And it's more than enough.
But I also don't want to accelerate. There's that side of purposefully like,
Well, then don't play with Tantra.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't think I have any power of that. It just comes, but it's like probably because I've accelerated my whole life and therefore,
Well, what I'll say to that is that you do want to be on the accelerated path in this context because it's a long path,
yeah.
like 30 lifetimes. And it would be nice to cut that down to perhaps, or,
Yeah.
you know, like, but also knowing that sometimes you need to get off the accelerated path out of the express lane and pull into a rest stop. Or, drive with the grandmas and grandpas in the far right lane and just like not far right politically, but far right on the freeway and just take your time and take in the scenic route, but also know that at any point in time, you are driving a vehicle which has the capacity to shift into another gear, get over into that passing lane and just go. And it really can feel like that where you kind of, hey, I'm clicking, all cylinders are firing, I'm in the fast lane and I am ready to make some serious progress. Other times when you'll want to pull over and go a little bit more slowly, take in the sights if you're not sure what the next exit is or whatever it happens to be. And there will be times where you pull off altogether, you go to the auto grill, you get an unreasonably good cappuccino at the gas station and take a nap. Take a nap and then, carry on again. I don't know where the driving analysis or analogy came from, but it seems to be working. Steph.
Oh, I know where that's coming from.
Maybe it's
If you
because I have
remember
to
what we
drive to
talked.
Bonn.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. But just, you don't even have to decide, even if you just keep showing up for practice every single day. And if you think of the idea of spanda, of this pulsation, your practice will do it naturally. You have
Yeah.
these phases where you expand, and then you have these phases where you contract again. And
Hmm.
my practice is in one of the contraction phases right now, where it's plateauing. I don't really know where it's going. And even though I've been doing Vishoka meditation as my main daily practice for almost 2 years now. Right now, I feel like, okay, where's Jyotismati? Where did it go? Like, okay, this time of day is not ideal for me to meditate, but who cares? I'm showing up anyway. But yeah, my practice was deeper a couple of weeks ago. Right now, it isn't. So you can't get too fast. The
Hmm.
practice will slow you down eventually for you to integrate and to, I don't know, slow you down on the Italian cobblestone streets.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely. I'm so glad that you said that because it isn't us deciding which lane we're driving in. It's almost like we're in one of those self-driving cars or we're just in an Uber taxi or something. And the divine is the one that really is determining how quickly we're going at any point in time. And the divine just has a much has much more information to work with, much broader perspective. And my sense for you, Steph, is you're about to welcome two kittens into your life. And so you're going to be asked to expand in another way. And you're also about to participate in the Vishoka meditation teacher training. And that is also going to require you to be in a very steady and stable place with your practice, because you're going to be growing in a different way. If you were having these like blossoming, like Vishoka meditation 2, blah, 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 at the same time that you're trying to learn how to teach Vishoka meditation stage 1, it wouldn't be compatible. So it feels like this steadiness in your practice where it's like this trusted pair of jeans or sneakers that you know are very comfortable, very reliable, always feel good to put on, but aren't necessarily like the new shiny thing. That feels like it's the perfect place for you to be right now, because you're going to be asked to expand in other ways. And if your practice was also becoming really expansive in a new way, it would be too much. So also trust that, like, the divine has so just a much bigger picture that it is playing with, and not just of the present, but of your future. There is no timeline of past, present, future for the divine. It's all available for the divine to be able to perceive. And where you are right now is exactly where you need to be for what's coming.
Yeah, and I know this is one of my patterns, or one of those, lessons you're tired of learning, that Tracy quote, or that question from Tracy. That is definitely one of the things for me, of feeling like I'm not moving fast enough, or like, where is it? Why is it just out there, but just beyond my reach? Like, for example, when I did my 300-hour training with Octavio, which was in 2022. Yeah, 2022. He also mentioned, like, oh yeah, there's this Cave of the Heart meditation. Yeah, I'm going to teach you that. And then he never did. Like, and then it popped up last month, like, oh no, now we're out of time. Well, another time, I guess. I'm like, oh yeah, of course. Or just, this is turning into some sort of running joke with the, okay, now we're going into stage 2 of Vishoka meditation.
Maybe not.
I
Yeah.
know we will eventually, but I'm trying to not take it too seriously anymore. And the same with my mantra. Like, Panditji gave me the mantra a year and a half ago. And he told Shelley, like, okay, she's gonna practice this for a couple of months, and then I give her Navarna mantra. And then never heard from them again. And Shelley's now responding to my questions. So
Yep.
who knows? There's nothing
Yep.
I can do anyway.
And it's always exactly as it's supposed to be. Because all of us humans are just like, every once in a while, it's like the Matrix, where um, that one Mr. Smith can like pop into any body at any time to say what needs to be said. That's all we're doing here. Like, I just every once in a while say something random to you, and I don't know where it comes from because it's not coming from me. And and we all just kind of play our little part for one another, like supporting the growth. Like, Mr. Smith is speaking through me now to tell you exactly what you need to say, and I don't know where it came from. And like, why are we not practicing Vishoka meditation too yet? Because we're not. But we're going to. It's very, very clear that it's coming. So yeah, but not for everyone. Not everyone is going to be practicing Vishoka meditation stage 2. Maybe it very well might just be you and me, Steph.
Yeah, and if it's not happening this year, I'm fine with it as well, because I know it's going to be super busy. I'm going to be busy with the teacher training, like you said. So
Yeah.
whenever the time's right.
My sense is that in November, I'll be offering 2 simultaneous offerings of We Rise. One that continues to build on stage 1, and one that is going to start out with a return to the Pranashakti pranayamas that are cultivating more and more of that relationship with prana. And then that will lead us into what we have done thus far of Vishoka meditation stage 2. And then after that, it's going to just be for whoever is genuinely ready, a concentrated stage 2. So one last kind of ramping up in November, and then likely in December, at latest January, just a concentrated sadhana stage 2 for whomever. Yeah, with no rush, except for you. Did anything else come through in terms of like words of encouragement from your innermost being to the part of you that might still be a little bit frustrated, or words of encouragement to those who are not quite as far along the path as you are at this point in time? And I've got probably 5 more minutes and then I have to go. So I want to hear it. Go ahead, Steph.
They're quite similar, actually. Just keep going. And the plateaus are just a normal part of the journey. That's what I would tell myself. And to anyone who's newer to this, also just stick with it, and you have no idea how good this is going to get. So it's worth it, and it just requires a learning curve, like anything that's worth doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, beautiful. Anybody else? Caro?
As I was saying earlier, I tell myself showing up is an act of self-love. So just being here is super, it helps immensely. And I wrote something, but I'm not sure if it makes any sense. I don't know if it came from me. But despite this, no, be curious and open to the possibility of not knowing what you've always assumed to be true. So really kind of
Will you
like,
say that again?
I don't know if so be curious and open to the possibility of not knowing what you've always assumed to be true.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like reshifting your idea. So in a more clear and kind of concise way is I've always thought certain things would be good for me, and yet they aren't. So be curious in the possibility of, not holding those badges that we say
Mm-hmm.
about our perceived idea, and just allow yourself to be wrong and just say, oh, actually, maybe this is not good for me anymore. Maybe this is what I need.
Mm-hmm.
So really releasing the convictions.
Yep, there is a lot of power in that. Yeah, let new truths replace old ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.